World's most powerful economy has something to show off. High-speed railways. 250, 270, 300 or even 320 km per hour has become a speed of day-to-day life in many countries like Japan, South Korea, China. I had already made a video on Chinese high-speed railways. Check out the link on the top right corner after this video. Today we are talking about one of the countries that I personally think is one of the most well-suited to high-speed railways in the entire world. India. India currently has no high-speed rail. That's set to change in a big way in the next 10 years. Remember, just over a decade ago, China had no high-speed rail at all. And now, it have a network that is by far the largest in the world. Let's dive in and see how high-speed rail can change India's future and how India may forever change high-speed rail. India is no stranger to massive passenger railways and massive railways in general. The Indian railway network is gigantic, with nearly 126,000 kilometers of track length, with over 45,000 kilometers of it electrified. Moreover, Indian Railways, the national railway operator, is actually one of the world's largest employers with well in excess of 1 million employees. In terms of passenger traffic, Indian moves close to 10 billion passengers per year. India will soon be the most populated country in the world. At the same time, the Indian economy is exploding with GDP nearly tripling since 2006 and GDP per capita more than doubling. Demand for passenger and freight rail has never been greater. At the same time, India is arguably much more suited to high-speed rail than other major countries like China and the United States, as India's land area is smaller to that of those countries. In 2014, Narendra Modi became the Prime Minister of India, and he and his ministers focused a lot on infrastructure development. After that, India started the construction of its first high-speed rail line. And it's doing it with a partner who frankly does high-speed rail better than any other country in the world: Japan. Indian Ministry of Railways, in December 2009, has prepared the documents titled Indian Railways Vision 2020. In accordance with this document, free feasibility studies have been undertaken on 7 routes that were candidates for construction high-speed railway. A new special-purpose entity named National High-Speed Rail Corporation Limited has been set up entrusted to build and operate these high-speed corridors. India's high-speed rail network will connect Mumbai and Ahmedabad along India's west coast with roughly over 500 kilometers of tracks, of which 460 kilometers or 286 miles of tracks is on viaduct, which is 90% of the route, and in addition, there is 26 kilometers or 16 miles of tunnels, 13 kilometers or 8 miles of cut and fill section, and 9 kilometers or 6 miles of bridges. 21 kilometers or 13 miles long tunnel connects Thane and Virar, out of which 7 kilometers or 4 miles will be undersea. The undersea tunnel was chosen to avoid damaging thick vegetation present in the area. Currently, the fastest train on this line is the Mumbai-Ahmedabad Tejas Express, which takes more than 6 hours to reach Ahmedabad from Mumbai Central, running non-stop between these two cities at the maximum speed of 130 km per hour, which is 80 miles per hour. Brand new high-speed railway line design for speeds of 350 km per hour or 217 miles per hour. Regarding the operating speed, it will be 320 km per hour, which is 200 miles per hour, which will enable commuters to travel this distance in only 2 hours. The line will have 12 stations: Bandra in Mumbai, Thane, Virar, Boisar, Vapi, Bilamora, Surat, Bharuch, Vadodara, Anand, Ahmedabad and Sabarmati. High-speed railway station will be constructed either above or next to existing railway stations in order to provide transport with the conventional Indian Railways network, which will continue to operate simultaneously. National High-Speed Rail Corporation Limited, or NHSRCL, is building a high-speed rail training institute in Vadodara alongside National Academy of Indian Railways. This training institute will be the training ground for all future staff on this high-speed line, but also the backbone for future development of other high-speed corridors in India. It was planned to start working in December 2020, and it will have much-needed professional support from the staff trained in Japan alongside with Japanese experts. The total estimated cost of the project is about $15 billion, including the cost of trainsets, interest during construction and import duties. The procurement of 24 E5 series Shinkansen train sets is also planned, and 6 out of those 24 will be assembled in India. It was agreed that Japanese International Cooperation Agency will finance 81% of total costs in the amount of $12 billion through a 50-year loan with an interest rate of 0.1%. The loan includes a moratorium on repayments up to 15 years, and the remaining cost will be borne by the state governments of Maharashtra and Gujarat. It was also agreed that 20% of components used on the corridor will be supplied by Japan and manufactured in India. Has this project even started being implemented? Well, more than 87% of the land has been successfully acquired in total, with more than 76% in Maharashtra, while almost 100% of the private land has been acquired in Gujarat, and in the Union Territory of Dadra and Nagar Haveli. Out of 352 kilometers, geotechnical investigation work has been completed in 325 kilometers length in Gujarat, and construction has started on ground. Let's now say a few words about the environmental impact of this project. And trust me, you will be amazed. The major aspect of Mumbai-Ahmedabad high-speed rail corridor is the fact that relevant authorities were trying to apply a friendly approach towards the environment. In the wake of rising concerns over the issues, such as climate change, global warming, and alarming pollution levels. Therefore, it seems like every measure is being taken in order to protect the environment. For example, without changing the location of Thani station, the design was modified and 12 hectares of affected mangrove region got reduced to only 3 hectares. In this way, the National High-Speed Rail Corporation Limited has saved around 21,000 mangrove trees. In addition, the company will compensate the mangroves by depositing money into the organization called the Mangrove Cell, which will have the job to compensate the afforestation of the mangroves. This means that 160,000 of new mangrove trees will be planted. Furthermore, in order to protect flamingo sanctuary and the eco-sensitive zone in Thani Creek area, a decision has been made to construct a tunnel up to 40 meters below ground in order to have minimal disturbance to the flamingos and mangroves in the area. Also, the route has been carefully planned to go through the 80 meters wide area between Sanjay Gandhi National Park and Tungareshwar National Park. Same 80 meters wide area is being used by many other projects like existing highways, existing railway line, Delhi-Mumbai Expressway, dedicated freight corridors and many others. The north end of the Mumbai-Ahmedabad line, the tracks actually extend beyond Ahmedabad city center, and this should make a further northwards extension much more seamless. The Delhi-Ahmedabad high-speed rail line would thus be the second phase of a proper high-speed link between India's 2 larger cities, including an intermediate one in Jaipur. Many other lines are also under planning at the moment, which will connect many of India's major cities and a large portion of the country's population to high-speed rail services. These include a line from Delhi to Varanasi via Agra and Lucknow, as well as the line from Varanasi to Kolkata, which will connect cities like Kolkata as well as Patna. Lines from Mumbai to Nagpur and Hyderabad via Pune, which would connect these 2 cities with Mumbai and turn Mumbai into a major high-speed rail hub. There's also a line plan from Delhi, which would branch Amritsar and Chandigarh. A new independent line would also be constructed from Chennai to Mysuru via Bangalore. There will be an extended line from Mysuru to Kanyakumari via Kochi and Tiruvananthapuram. A line connecting Chennai and Hyderabad via Visakhapatnam will make direct connection from Chennai to Mumbai. A new independent line from Patna will connect Guwahati via Siliguri. And a line along the east coast will connect Kolkata to Visakhapatnam, making a direct route from Kolkata to Chennai. Another possible line will be from Bengaluru to Lucknow via Hyderabad, Nagpur and Jabalpur. A line from Nagpur to Kolkata via Jamshedpur or Ranchi will make it easier to travel from Mumbai to Kolkata. If there are any cities or projects you think I should cover in more detail, make sure to leave a comment down below, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon so you don't miss any future videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.